somebody finds it attractive how effortlessly popular you are. Like you're super well known, but you never pop out. Like they never see you. Nobody ever really sees you. Maybe here and there, but like you're not outside for real. You could be. For some of you, this summer you're about to be. But not anywhere near the same crowds of people, right? So there's somebody who they're not really in your orbit necessarily, but here and there they might see you and they think that, okay, that means we're still, which not really. Not really. You don't really play a part in each other's lives, so not really. But in their mind, if they see you here and there, then that means that they still somehow have access to you. Now, I'm not getting that this person is like evil, confirmation, or has bad intentions. What the fuck? But really, it's more so. I think that it's their attraction to you has been a slow burn. Okay, because there genuinely could have been a point in time where you were nowhere near like on their radar for people that they were attracted to. Not because you weren't attractive, right? But you weren't their type necessarily. They're realizing that over time they must have a new type, because whatever you are, they're into that. Now you're trying to constantly improve yourself, and you not being so focused on dating, or there's cool people out here, there's vibes to be caught everywhere, but you're very protective and selective about who has access to your energy, because spirit's got you, you're just very much deep into your own story, we'll put it that way. Now there is a calling for you to start popping out a bit more. Just start going out, having some fun, be smart, right? Don't be reckless, make bad decisions. You know all that, right? This person may have been in your orbit when you were making bad decisions, reckless decisions, being young, being stupid. So I don't know why the video keeps wanting to cut off and shit, but just being young, being stupid. I'm not saying you're not still young and stupid. I'm not saying you're stupid. At points in time, maybe you've made some questionable decisions, and this person knew that version of you, okay, which could have factored into why they didn't really want to get too close to you, because they felt like you might be a bad influence in some way, but they're realizing that they were into worse shit, or they thought that they were like a really good person, and that you were weird because you made bad decisions, or you were bad because you made bad decisions. And I'm just going to say this bluntly, they're realizing that low-key you were a better person than they were. And there were some instances to where that was shown, where that was put on full display, like God put your character on display, and people tried to assassinate your character, and you still stand tall, even if you're alone, right? The last man standing type of thing. You stand alone, like I said, and there's so many people, most people, they gotta have a crew. They gotta have some sort of crew. They have to have some sort of backing. They have to have some support system. And you just doing this shit, right? Like you just stand on business by yourself. You're out of the way. You don't bother anybody. But they always got something to say about you. And this person is like, everywhere I go, this fucking person comes up. Like, you're just very well known, like I said. but you're not in the mix. You don't know how well known you are because you're not outside for real. Right? Spirit is saying once you come back outside for real, when it's like it's actually game time, like it's go time, like literally go time, which you're amping up towards that. You're very close towards that. The they can feel that as well, and that energy, that energy of movement, you build excitement, you build curiosity. Um, that's just what you do. Nobody else quite does that like you, in the way that you don't have to be in the mix or have like a super big support system of people who are constantly feeding either your ego or feeding you energy. Like you're plugged into the main source of energy. You're plugged into the main source of energy. um and it shows, because most people would be broken completely. Most people wouldn't know how to operate. Most people wouldn't still have dreams or goals at this point in their life, after everything that's happened to them. So for you to still, you know, you're still a high vibrational person. You're still out of the mix. You don't let people fuck with your energy. Um, and you continue to grow, and you continue to show that you're a star, that everything about you is honorable, right? A lot of people, they wanted to try to kill your character assassination, by dishonoring your name or lying on you to make it seem like you weren't an honorable person. And somebody observing this person who is attracted to you, they've observed this maybe even over years. Like they've seen it, and they're like, maybe y'all were just literally obsessed with them. Maybe I'm obsessed with them. Maybe we're all just low-key obsessed with them. But why? But why? And it's just because of how strong your personality is, how memorable you are, your voice, your presence. You're just a memorable person. You don't really, if people meet you at any point in time, it's very rare that they forget you. Like, especially if you worked with them for a little bit, or you hung out with them, or they were with you when you were doing some sort of group thing, or just I don't know, friend of friends, people who experience you, they always like, oh, what is that person doing? And with you being somebody who God is growing in real time, and there's this fucking audience basically witnessing it. It's a lot for this person to handle, because maybe at one point, for a while, they were able to hide that they were attracted to you, but they can't actually. They like it's gonna start to become more evident. Um, Anyways, I'll leave the message there. If you fuck with my content, follow me on Instagram, YouTube. My links are in my bio. Peace.